course. The role of life purpose. Purpose is the ongoing energy which gives meaning to our lives. Without purpose, our goals are hollow. Purpose deepens and expands in our awareness, but was always there from the start and will always be there in our inner creative source. It's not accomplished by one activity or one compelling set of goals. Our purpose is clear to that larger self, even though our smaller mind might not have the words for it. It's more of a feeling that comes at times in our lives when all the pieces seem to come together. It may happen when you help a loved one or even a stranger in some way, and they express gratitude towards you. It was not the particular act you performed, but perhaps the spirit of care and willingness to give that filled your heart without any thought of something in return. There may come an inner knowingness that sharing unconditionally gave meaning to your day and by extension, your life. Or it may come after accomplishing a feat that took you out of your ordinary limited self-concept. Again, eliciting a sense of knowingness that you are here to be more than the limited version of yourself. Again, meaning may come in a simple act of watching a butterfly and feeling wonder and amazement, knowing that you are here to apprehend the beauty in everyone and everything. These seemingly inconsequential or insignificant occurrences can shift us out of ordinary consciousness and take us to a greater than the little self or personality, which is a product of the story our mind creates about who we are. Our purpose comes from our deeper creative source, and there is a sense this creative source knows it and keeps guiding us to live our full potential. The story we tell ourselves about our life meaning also influences those around us, most significantly those closest to us. Dan Siegel, in The Neurobiology of We, cites research from the field of attachment theory that shows the most accurate predictor of a child's later emotional, cognitive, and behavioral well-being is how well their parents made sense of their lives, had meaning, and lived it. As well as they can measure this, it is estimated that just over 50% of parents currently impart this to their children. Today, you can further open your awareness to the completing piece of purpose in your life. Put the capstone on the pyramid, as it were, in your plan for well-being. The final exercise we're about to do is not the answer to your life, but is an approximation using our best tools we know to making a meaningful statement of your individual life purpose. Statements of life purpose may sound grandiose to our critical, self-effacing minds, but can evoke a deep sense of rightness to our hearts. An example of one's purpose is not to build a community hospital. That's a goal. It has a beginning, middle, and end. A purpose is ongoing. For example, to contribute to the health and well-being of my community and all my life. This is valid before I set out to build a hospital and will continue whether the hospital gets built or not. It's just a reflection of who I am. Other than helping me temporarily feel good, what's the use of a statement of purpose? I consider it one of the most important tools I have. I use it to measure my goals and make decisions about my life activities. I may be presented with the choice of joining a committee on hospital building or spending extra time tutoring my nephew. Now, both are worthwhile activities, and there may be many who would try to convince me that one goal was more important than the other. I might take their opinions into account, but the court of last resort is in my heart, where I decide which activity is right for me right now. That is, if it has to be one or the other at the present. My sense of purpose is the yardstick with which I can measure the relative rightness of each possibility in my life. and decide which fulfills my purpose the most at this time. Without a sense of purpose, I can be pulled by outside influences endlessly, especially if I think keeping everyone happy is my role. Now, this may be a challenge for you if you've never trusted your inner guidance and have always deferred to outside authority to tell you what's right for you. But what better time to start now, to learn to listen to and build a trust in the wisdom of your heart. It will take patience and discrimination to sort out what is old limiting tapes, knee-jerk responses, fantasy based on what you have been told is best for you, etc., from what truly integrates all of your parts into a greater sense of wholeness. Let's look together at handout 2. A very simple intuitive exercise that can be done to make your life purpose more clear and meaningful to you is the following. Number 1, put yourself in a place where you can be alone, comfortable, and undisturbed. Take materials with which you can do some writing. Secondly, spend a few moments of easy, relaxed breathing in preparation to listen to yourself. Have the intention of making a simple statement of your life purpose, a sentence or two. Third, ask yourself the question, why am I here in this life? What gives me my greatest sense of meaning? When ready, write what comes out. Let it be simple, yet have passion for you. Write your completed statement on a card or something you can see regularly. You can always revise and refine it if it increases your sense of rightness and passion, not just to look better. This is not a once-in-a-lifetime exercise. I like to do some version of this each year. It's not because my life purpose changes each year, but my way of seeing it, feeling it, and speaking about it can evolve and enrich. This is also one of the best gifts you can give yourself for uplifting your spirit and not getting stuck in the ruts that daily life can provide. In the end, it may be one of your greatest remedies in your wellness cabinet. Again, if possible, complete handout 2 immediately after we conclude this video in just a minute. It can be a major step in affirming your life meaning for the rest of your days.